Welcome back to Geek News Now, where today we are looking at a trailer, doing another reaction. This trailer was brought to my attention by John. It's right there. It's a new Black Widow trailer.
You don't know everything about me. I've lived a lot of lives. Before I was an Avenger. Before I got this family. I made mistakes choosing between what the world wants you to be.
No!
And who you are.
The feels.
We have to go back to where it all started.
Where did you think I was all this time?
We have unfinished business.
My girls are the toughest girls in the world.
I'm sorry. We had our orders and we played our rules.
It wasn't real.
It was real to me. To me, you were everything.
Bring her home.
Put your seatbelts on. She's such a mom.
Ooh.
One thing's for sure. I'm done running from my past.
All right.
Yes,
So
it's about time. About
it
time.
is. It is
Definitely.
about time. They did lay on thick some Avengers stuff that's not going to be in this movie. Some feels of things that are not going to be part of this, but they're like, you remember Black Widow, right? Captain America, remember him, and all these other guys. Well, not that they're in this, but because this is like a prequel to that. It's almost the movie that she should have had. Like all the Avengers had at least one movie, except Hawkeye too. But I mean, like, you know, we had Thor, Iron Man, and Hulk.
Hawkeye's getting a series, so.
And Hawkeye is getting a series, but like this is the movie that would have explained, like, and it's literally taking place during that time period too. So what do you guys, are you excited for this? I find it hard to be really excited because I know I'm curious. I'm gonna watch it, but it's like she's dead.
Yeah, essentially, I mean, this is a Phase 3 movie coming out during Phase 4. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it. You know, as kind of the precursor to Civil War, is it? No, it's after Civil War, isn't it? I think it might be after Civil War. I'm honestly not sure about the time frame for this.
I think it is. Well, I think it is after Civil War. It might actually even be before. I know it's because of her working with the Avengers that they ended up I mean, a lot of that's probably going to be explained.
Yeah.
But how influential could it be? Like we know the outcome in a way, but we don't know. Who knows? Who knows, actually, because they could put in a bunch of stuff that are like, well, you didn't even know how that's going to impact the current characters. Like, oh, this happened over there and her stuff. But I don't know, John. What are you thinking about this movie?
It might have. Would it have more impact with like the next season of Falcon and Winter Soldier if they're? Because I know there's only 3 episodes of that left. So is there something in there that where they kind of mention the super serum and use the Zemo's Book of Words type of thing?
That's a question, and Taskmaster is the skull-faced villain, and his whole thing is he takes the styles of other heroes. So that's why when we saw that sweet bounce shot arrow that we did get to see, obviously that's him using like Hawkeye's power, and from the comics and stuff, he just needs to watch someone do it, and then he can do it. And he held off at the same time Iron Man and Captain America in one of the comics for a bit.
I think we saw that in one of the previous trailers. I think we actually saw a few shots of Taskmaster watching footage of the other Avengers.
And we see him using the shield, and he does the claw thing,
yeah.
the Black Panther. So just from watching that, so we know we've got a great villain for sure in that. And now we saw in this trailer bring her home. So this is apparently, maybe she has backstory with him. That'll be interesting to see. I'll enjoy that. I've wanted to see Taskmaster up on screen for a long time. And I also wanted a Black Widow movie for a long time. And and it took a long time to even get it once we got it, in a way. You got it.
Now,
just wait.
Since he does the Wakanda thing, does that mean now it takes place, after Black Panther and before Infinity War?
That's why when
Could it be
Cam
in that
was
time
saying
zone when she's on the run after? Yeah.
When he was saying after Civil War, that's what makes the most sense, because there wouldn't be like public footage of Black Panther before then.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Right.
You never know what kind of connections these underworld types. And we could have, if you've been watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the villain that we still haven't seen, even though it was the titular, literally the title of the last episode, Power Broker. Power Broker could very much come into play, since we're talking about super soldier serum, since we're talking about a character like Black Widow who doesn't necessarily have powers, and a character like Taskmaster whose powers mimicking other powers. This is kind of a response to powers almost. Like, how are we going to combat this thing?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys just convinced me to go watch this movie.
My 2 cents, I think, as far as I'm concerned, I enjoy her on a motorcycle and beating people up with a stick. And you just give me 2 hours of that and I'll be happy.
That's fair. Not to mention the cast. Besides Scarlett Johansson, we've got what's his face from Stranger Things. I can't remember his actual name, and he just played Hellboy. He's the sheriff in Stranger Things. He's the dad in this, the out of shape and it's brain fart right now. I can't remember his name. But I always enjoy his performances, and it should be interesting. They actually introduced a new character in this trailer, that blue-haired little boy.
I think that might be either Black Widow or her sister. I think that might be one of them as a child, because I believe that the shot of the father saying that no one is tougher than my daughters or something like that, I believe that was, I believe that was their father. And I think that might be a flashback.
I thought it was back here, but let's see. That's interesting. I would not have thought of that. That to me seemed like maybe that's what they're protecting in this thing. Is that a shot with them all together? Her secrets. Yeah, wait. Because that's them together in the car, right? Oh, wait. It could be, because that could be her in the past. Because that's their mother in the front seat there. And she's talking about something. Ah! Man. Dude, I wouldn't have called that for anything. That's interesting. I don't know. I'm going to have to now rewatch the entire trailer at some point. Probably do a whole nother review on it. But
that's what I'm thinking, at least.
Is that one of them in the past? John, you...
Yeah, according to IMDb, it's young Natasha.
Young Natasha. Wow. Just from watching the trailer, I would not have guessed that. That's cool.
Yeah. And to be honest, I'm kind of excited to see the how they write that family dynamic, because obviously each member of the family has done a lot of crazy stuff, has been off having to do their own thing, and to bring them together, I feel like there's obviously in the trailer there's some animosity there, and I'm really interested to see how that plays out. I mean, we already got a lot of humanity to Black Widow in Winter Soldier, Civil War, Endgame, and to have this movie revolve around her, I'm interested to see how they expand her character into those more emotionally heavy themes.
Absolutely. And if this is taking place after Civil War and things like that, that's like after Age of Ultron, after her relationship with Banner.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe she's looking to reconnect. She's now maybe even able to think about reconnecting with her actual family now that she's made an adopted family out of the Avengers. And so if you're a fan of Scarlett Johansson or Black Widow and explosions, and you want to see more of that backstory, it looks like we've got the perfect movie coming out.
Yeah, definitely.
This July.
Yeah.
Lots of action, lots of excitement. Marvel, they even threw it up another notch in this trailer. I thought they should have saw the explosions they could with the people falling out. This time they actually showed. They were like, look, here's boom. I'm like, wow. And you have to kind of boom people back into it when it's been like
a year.
Yeah, since your first trailer. Like,
Yeah.
Crazy times. Anybody else?
It's going to be extra cost on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's going to be released on both. It's going to cost extra, obviously. They do that premiere experience thing, but it's probably still, if you have 5 people that want to watch it together, it's cheaper than taking them to the movies. So that's an option. You never know. It'll be interesting to see how all that plays out as well. But anything else on this trailer or on the movie before we wrap it up?
I don't think so. I mean, it did what it's supposed to do. It got me excited for it. So
there you go. Yeah, definitely exciting. Even though we kind of knew at this point what to expect. It's hard to make a trailer at this point, this late in the game, and you've already had, the whole point of the trailer is to hype you to get to go see it, and we've been waiting a long time. But definitely a fun trailer to get you hyped up to go see the movie. So
yeah, definitely.
I'm looking forward to it. Definitely gonna check it out. How could I not? What with I was covering her up the entire time with my
I was gonna say it's
there she is. She's pissed off because I'm fat and sitting in front of her. So anyway, we hope you enjoyed this Geek News Now reaction video. If you have stuff you want us to react to, let us know. If you thought differently than us on anything about this, let us. Just tell us what you think in the comments below, right? Because we are Geek News Now and we are fueled by the fans, so we need your fan fuel. It's not a euphemism. It's what it. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see you next time.